bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Buccaneers' 20-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense. Hey, man, let's play our game.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And, he coughed it up. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
6 brings up 3rd and 13.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Falcons 10, Buccaneers nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
From the gun, it's Brady. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
About 15 cents.
And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. He's brought down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. Third down here.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Buccaneers, nothing.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Now let's get there. Mikey, 18. Check. Check 99. Check 49. Check.
Now Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll run Anderson, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
To kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Brady's throw complete there to Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So we reach halftime, and what's been a fairly... Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd. Quarter now. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At their own. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The tackle made back at his
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, good move. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
They go to Johnson again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard.
Tampa Bay.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Jordan Lucas there on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Brady throwing deep for Galladay. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start the drive with Olsen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun now on third down. Out left to Anderson. Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Number 45. Touchdown.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The surprise second-round pick, Sean Bunning, there to get a hand in. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking downfield for Jones. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They run again on first down. Anderson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So here's Brady and the Bucs.
Down 17-14, a minute 53 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who's one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Brady to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Brady saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That is caught at the 7.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw is Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
And now the attention on the Falcons offense. Trailing by 4. 20 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. To throw.
A very quick pass to Ridley.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
And at the 29-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. Sometimes it comes down to one final play. A dramatic finish to this one.
And no player will ever admit to, hey, this is how I want to win a game. But behind closed doors at night as they're going to sleep, they do think about those dramatic endings. And how about that one? Go up and get it, Hail Mary, and sprint to the locker room with a victory that you didn't look like you were going to get.
That is the epitome of the highest high and the lowest low in the game of football. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.